Hey there everyone, so we are back at it again for another Fox game, and so I'm hoping that you guys are enjoying this series, and I kind of want to explain why I did AI training first and then went to live. Oh, we actually have AI here. Only players with 3D and above can apply for AI certification. Oh, okay. 3D and above. Okay. Anyways, sorry about that. I don't know what my real rank is, and so I'm actually doing Fox to kind of get a sense of how strong I have become with training majority against AI and with watching whatever open resource is available. So YouTube, you can look at Dwyron's video, Try to Baduk, Contraband, Go, and any other readily available sources to you. Now, on top of that, I also practice at my club every week, mostly 1 or 2 games at my club, and I feel like I have gotten a lot stronger there as well. But for a good chunk of it, I'm actually really familiar with a lot of my club members' playstyle, so that could be a biasm. So we are playing on Fox, and we're just gonna go through it. I'm hoping to get to Dawn level with this main account, and we're just gonna play. And so I'm gonna try to rank up in this game, so I probably won't do too many reviews. I'm just gonna play games back to back to back and see how we do. There are 8,000 users right now currently.
Start to play,
and then we're gonna play. Hi. And again, with the Fox accounts, they do a lot, and so I kind of want to invade into his Moyo area right here. Just him extending here is going to be slightly big, but you know what? We're going to take it easy. Gonna take it nice and simple here. We're going to jump once. Okay, and then we are just going to do regular influence here. We're just going to take influence. Again, we'll sacrifice this stone. That is a-okay by me. Okay. And is he gonna let me have the corner now? Can I take corner? I think I'm gonna take the corner. Yep. We're gonna kind of build right here. Okay. Up. Okay. Yep. It's gonna play here. We're gonna play here. Yep. We can force him to take. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll just play it nice and easy. And I'm thinking here is the move. Right here. Okay. Dum, 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 dum. Okay. And then... okay. And then we'll just take our life. Alright, so... this is a very aggressive opponent. We've lived very small in the corner here, which I'm okay with. I'm okay with. We have points. He's hyper concentrated in this area, and so he's now approaching our area. Do I need to care? We do have a cutting point right here. Again, the ladder works for us for now. I kind of want to just split him. Boom, boom. Yeah, I kind of want to split him, but the turn here, I don't see a good move to play. So, let me think about this. I don't like the idea of just coming back and then being... yeah, you know what? Let's kick. I'm thinking the kick in this regard is okay. We're going to take our territory. Yep, that is your right. You know what? This turn seems pretty nice. I'm just gonna force it. And we do have a situation right here. So if we push right here, if we hop, he pushes, we cut, he cuts us, and it leads to issues here. So my group in the center right now is in trouble. So I do want to protect it. How do I protect it? Let's see. I could do a very slow move right here. That is true. I could jump, and I'm liking the jump because it leads into the cut. So I think I'm gonna do that. It's gonna lead into the cut here. Don't dump. And I'm thinking just going up. If he Hanes, we Atari. He comes in and we have a tiger's mouth. So I'm liking that. Okay. So now he's kind of struggling. I mean, I'm pushing him down. And we are just going to play it safe and just get out. Okay. So now I'm not too worried. If he Ataris, then that's his choice. But we can protect our cuts here, or we can just solidify right here. If he pushes Atari, back. If I turn, that's pretty big. Let's see. Okay, so let's take a look at this. If I turn, he Ataris, I connect, he goes up, I cut, no, death. All right, so I do need a play here. How to? I don't want to co. Let's just keep it solid. Yep. And one more, and that's it. Okay. So he has a big stick. He could still go for a 3/3 invasion, but it doesn't really do much. I'm quite happy in the center right here. I could Hane and then come out, but I don't think I need to do too much yet. There is some moves here that I do want to kind of force. I mean, this center group is okay. I'm thinking of just taking the enclosure, to be honest. If he Hanes, we go, and then he's just going to push us along, and we have this, but he's not making any points. So I'm taking an enclosure first. Yes, that is, you're right. And he's going to try to go in for the invasion here. So that's what this move is signifying. I mean, if he makes a base, then he makes a base. But he will do this soon. I'm thinking just protect the corner. Protect the corner? How so? I'm thinking just right here. Protect the corner. Okay. And I'm thinking I'm fine. So now if he is so inclined, we could Hane, he can Hane, we can double Hane. He fix, and then we do this. Yeah. No idea. Let's see. Let's just approach. Let's see what he does. Okay. He's gonna try to take the corner, and we shall take our extension. So we are trying to build influence here. Now he is being really, really aggressive. Okay. He doesn't want me to have anything. And I'm thinking just the... I don't want to contact, and I don't want to just pillar down. I do want some eye shape, so I'm going to kind of run with him right now. And we're going to see where this goes. Now, if I play here, where are you going to go? I do want to start building my center. And I'm fairly strong on both sides. So can I cap? And can I just run? I can run here. You run down, I run down, and then you start hitting my corner, right? Now, I do have a push and cut here. This is a knight's move away. Push, he goes down, push, block, cut. That looks fun. Cut. Okay, again, he's gonna start hitting. Are you gonna cut? Nope. Let's just go down. Okay. He does have the clamp here. So if he clamps, I'm actually okay if he clamps because we'll just fill here and then he connects under, then we clamp. We're gonna just prevent him from doing too much here. He's gonna have to hop out, obviously. And you know what? I am perfectly fine with him living in this tiny little area. We are going to start making our territory here. How so? This looks like Sente, right? He has to watch out for the cut. Good. There is an invasion point here, which I am mindful of. Are you going to give me the corner? Nope, you're not. Okay. Well, I'm guessing that will you let me have it? No? Are you sure? You don't want to give it to me? No? Okay. I'm quite sad that you don't want to give it to me, but sure. Okay. You know what? I'm just going to cap over here. If he takes that 1 stone, that's fine. Give him that 1 stone. I'm after this group right now. And I'm thinking just playing here. He doesn't have 2 eyes right now. Boom, boom, boom. That's Atari. Yeah, I'm just gonna step out and protect my area here. Again, I'm not too worried about this. We can kind of poke right here. We're gonna poke. Push, cut, yep. And then we'll just block. He's gonna try to get out. Oh, sorry. I don't mind you doing that. Okay. Can I cut? Okay, so the question is, can I cut? If I cut, he pushes, Atari, we come out, Atari, we go down, or Atari comes out, and then we're fighting for things here. Atari. Okay. Let's see. This cut looks useful. Yep. And I am perfectly happy with that. And let's just seal in our space. That is fine. Okay. Again, he's going to try to reduce this area, but we've already taken this whole thing, so I'm not super concerned by that. Atari out, and Atari. No, it's not Atari. It's just him and Atari. I believe I can honey here. Can I honey? Question is, am I in the lead? I'm thinking the honey is okay. I have a good strength everywhere. We're just gonna pillar down. Okay. That is fine. He's gonna push. Atari. We're just gonna protect. He has now another weak group. That is fine. Again. Out. If I go here, my group is in trouble. So let's push this way. Okay. And then we can push this way. Boom, 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 boom. Right, Atari. Okay. And then we just... honey. Okay, he's already in Atari, so I'm not too worried, but let's honey this group now. He might cut. Nope, he's gonna fix, and then we shall fix as well. There we go. Dum, 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 dum. Good. Block. I don't see how you are going to live. I'm already out. Unless you cut here, then that's you. Uh-huh. Why are you doing this? I have no idea. Let's just play here, reducing him. We have good shape. Okay, I get block. He's trying to cut us off, but that is a-okay. We have more than enough liberties, so I'm not too worried. Yep. Connect. Let's just do some forcing moves right now. Okay. That's kind of a weird move. If I play here, he connects. So if I play here, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 liberties. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 liberties as well. You know what? I'm thinking it's just better just to capture. Let's just capture. Okay. He's going to go there. That is fine. We are going to come out. We're going to come out. He's going to put us in Atari and we capture. Nope. Going to push. Okay. And can I clamp? I'm going to push up. Push up. Push up. Push down. Okay, now I have to be mindful here. Can I push down? If I push down, he throws in, we take, he takes. This is getting a little dicey here. I might be overextending, to be honest. Okay. All right, so now we shall just can I cut here? I'm just gonna take my extension here, right? Yeah, just take the extension. Yep. Block. I'm alive, so I'm not too worried. Yep, block. Okay. I don't know where you're going, man. I've already defended this area. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Oh boy. You can Atari. Pushes, we block, he goes down. Push. Okay, if he cuts, we connect, he goes down, we go in. Okay, let's see. He's going for a ko. Do I want to do the ko? I don't need to do the ko, right? Yeah, I don't need to do the ko. If he fills, yeah, I don't need to do the ko. Nah, don't need to do it. Who cares? Yep. Up. I can do this. Throw in, block. Just go. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's fine. Yep. That is your right. Oh, that's smart. Okay. Well, now we're in danger, so we gotta get out. Okay. Atari. Really? Can I do this? I can Atari. Yeah. Okay. Huh? We're playing for Ko. Okay. Uh-huh. I don't think this is yours, man. If he takes, we take, and then we do another Ko situation? Sure. Okay. Man, he's really going after it, isn't he? Well, then I'm just going to take this. Mm-hmm. Is that an issue? If I fill... do I have any more code threads? Yeah, sure. Okay. I think I'm just gonna kill. Yeah. You push in, I save. Sure. Okay. I have an eye to no eye. Yep. Okay. I'm done. This guy. Yep. All right. What was the score? I was up ahead by 83 points. So let's actually go back just a little bit. Now, in this scenario, was I still ahead? If I just pillared down, was I still ahead? Yeah, I was still ahead by 30 points. So it really didn't matter to me. Again, we had a lot of co-threats here. If he took this whole corner, I would have just destroyed this whole area. And again, his group isn't necessarily all connected. These are dead, those are dead. And we took big points. So, yeah. We won. That's awesome. Yeah, hyper aggressive. Hyper aggressive. I really don't like how aggressive Fox players are. Look at my time. 2 minutes 47 seconds. This person out of 20 minutes only spent 3 minutes and 10 seconds to think. I used up 18 minutes. And so, and because I used up 18 minutes everywhere, I'm fairly strong everywhere else. I'm alive in his corner. I won this Ko, which I didn't need to. I could have just tossed it away and just be done with it. And I got a good solid foundation everywhere else. And so I said I wasn't going to review, but I feel like I need to calm down a little bit. So if I play another game, I might just get into the pacing of I got to play really fast. But it was a little dicey. A lot of moves they played was really interesting. You know what? Let me just see where it was fairly interesting. Like the Chinese opening here. This was, again, I don't like to play against this because this is telling the opponent, me, like if you play a Chinese opening, what it tells me is that you want influence. You're all on the 4th line. That means I can invade in the 3rd line. Now, granted, I'm not good with invasions, so I just played simple. Okay, I saw this. Okay, you're gonna take that. I'm going to do Joseki, and just follow Joseki. I'll give up this 1 stone. That's fine. You take the 1 stone, but notice I do have a spot to open up here for a 3/3 invasion. You block. That's fine. You do this. Okay. I need to get out. Okay. I cannot really do this move right here. I cannot fill in on this bottom bit right here. Let me show you. There we go. Oh, nope. That's not what I wanted. I wanted the grid lines. Nope. That's the changing of the board. Yeah, whatever. I wanted the grid lines, but whatever. I could go to game analysis. You know what? Let me go game analysis. Okay. And 1, 2, 3. Nope, not it. Sorry. There we go. A1. All right. So I could have played here, but then I didn't like this move. I just didn't like this. Right. And then something like this. Right, it just gets very dicey for me. I mean, I'm alive, so right, I'm alive, but it's very painful for white here, right? So I probably should have just went this way, in all honesty, just connect. Actually, can I do that? Say that I connected, right? Atari, extend, take. Yeah, I'm alive actually. I didn't have to worry too much about this. So again, I'm very inexperienced with these. So again, he played here looking to kill my eye. Then I'm just gonna be like, okay, well, if you go in, I'm just gonna connect, and then you go down to capture. So yeah, and that's what happened. And even if he went out this way, this is Atari. I have an eye here, I'm going to have another eye here. I'm alive, right? I'm alive. Okay, and this is very small, so I don't need to respond to this unless he connects. So this, I can Tanuki out, make bigger points elsewhere. Let's see. Him going here was very greedy, in my opinion. Just the turn here already puts a lot of issues on his shape. Like if I turn here, it will force him to connect with a 3-3. Okay. Okay. And then I give him the corner and I just take this. Probably a better result for me, in all honesty, instead of giving him all of this. But again, it's such a small area, so giving him a whole corner for a trade of like 6 points didn't seem too well for me. So I just was like, you know what, I'm gonna protect my corner. Again, this turn was to prevent say that I play here, him from doing a tiger's mouth shape later on. Say that I Tanuki twice, then he does this. Oops. It just looks very uncomfortable for white. So I didn't like the turn there. So I decided to just turn, just to build some more Aji and liberties. Jump to kind of look at the invasion. Again, I'm just strengthening my weak portion. And again, what I saw was this. So I have a tiger's mouth, he fills, and then I just cap. That was what I was hoping for, right? Atari, kind of try to get out and push on my shape here. Okay. If he cuts and he does this, again, I have an Atari here. Say that he does this. Okay. Something like this. So that's what that move was for. He decides to push. I didn't want to Hane here. This just adds too many cutting points that I didn't need right now. Right? If he pushes here, then pushes here, and then out, right? And then, you know, now I have a weak stone, and say that he does something like, I don't know, this, then it's Sente for me next move to kind of fix my diamond shape here. It just looks very constrained as he's pushing through, right? It just looks very constrained. This is 3 in a row right here, so I can't really force too much out of it, right? And I do have to be mindful of my liberties. So, yeah. So I decided just to build the center a little bit. He's pushing, just solidly connect, build outs. And then here at this point, even if he turns, I feel like I have enough room to kind of jump later on if he's really containing me. So that was fine. Taking enclosure, getting ready to attack this area. Defense, again, I have good extension, and this move was necessary because say that I play here and he plays here, I have a knight's move down which can be cut, and I also have a pillar. So say that I do something like this, right? He could just easily go right here. I block, he cuts, right? Now I'm split between two sections. Which one do I save? It just looks very uncomfortable from my point of view. Okay, right? If I turn, the Ataris goes down, builds liberties, and now what can I do? Right, comes out. I had to come back and fix soon, right? Otherwise I'm in Atari. He cuts me off, and you know, I'm stuck. Now I'm dead. So it was necessary for me to kind of drop down to defend my corner, which is what you guys saw later on. Okay. Again, I'm playing for influence, so I'm going to take influence. He invades. I have a strong enclosure right here, so just kind of force him around. Again, I'm trying to strengthen my top here so I can take a little bit of a center. He's running. I'm forcing the cut, right? The knight's move can be cut, and right now you are very weak. I have supporting stones everywhere, so it's essentially like 1 versus 2. So he blocks. What he should have done is push down, but then even this right here looks very uncomfortable for black, at least in this area. He's building good shape, so granted, he's building good shape. We could do like this situation where it's you know, just Panukis everywhere. You could do that, right? Save and then, you know, just out and just surround. That could be something that he wanted to do, right? Yeah, and so it just looks very uncomfortable for black. I was debating between running out here or just jumping, taking enclosure and forcing him out. But again, trying to help him connect back to his group seemed too lenient, in my opinion. So, and even going here, what I was afraid of is the attachment, because my corner is not super settled just yet. It is a very strong corner, but with attachment, right, he can easily just poke through, and then I am cut later on. So even though I can do this, for instance, the double Atari here, right, Atari, if I cut, he takes, right, and now I'm split, and I had to play for Ko, and there's not really big Ko threats right now. So just better off just cut him at the tail, let the head run away, grab the tail. But it turned out I grabbed the head instead of the tail. So now we're fighting in this area. Atari, that's good. Running out again, I'm pushing, right? So if he runs again, push, cut kind of situation. So he has to fix with the bamboo. Okay. I'm fixing my weakness because this group is not yet alive. It's still fairly weak. It can be undercut later on. So this is just a threat to take the corner later. It's a Sente move. And again, the attach is to strengthen my area. And I'm just asking, can I cut? And I'm giving away this stone, essentially. I was kind of wary of this jump for black. And then if I do this again, it's not really a big deal, I guess. But it is poking at my weakness in the gap. So I made the decision of, you know what, let's just cap him, give up this stone. That's fine. I can potentially use this as a co-threat later, hence why I actually did play this move. I didn't expect him to keep it there for the remainder, but it was an Aji stone that I could use to do co-threats, especially right here. Say that he takes and I go down, right? That seemed pretty nice. Again, I'm not too worried. I have 4 in a row. Not too worried, but I am going to play my move that I wanted to play earlier, which is to net this whole group. What he should have done is probably done something like this, right? I push in. Okay. He blocks. And then I don't think he has room for any more eyes. Right there. Yeah, he only has 1 eye. He could try to do something here. But me going here, yeah, and then maybe something like this, right? And then I toss him, maybe something like that. It looks very painful. So he's trying to escape out to build 2 eyes here. I think this move would have been better. Right? Peep into my area. You will connect, you will block, but at least you get some peeping moves here. Right? Kind of just push out. And then, not that one, push through. Right? And now I have to be careful. And then, actually, black wouldn't play there, black would just come out. So he should have played that instead of the bamboo. The bamboo is slightly too slow. I guess he was afraid of losing this piece, but at least your main group gets out. Give me a tail, run out. I think that would have been a little bit better. But again, you're allowing me to fix my shape. And I did see that, so that's why I cut right away. Even if he tries to do something like this, right? Like, I'll just tick. Comes out, I'm connected. He comes out, I'm connected. He might jump down, but again, I'm out. I have liberties, right? Something like this, or even this. Right, and then something like that. So, yeah. Let's go through. This is again just running around. I have to sacrifice a stone. So again, go is a give and take trade. You're always trading. You're never seizing. So as long as I have the better exchange, I will win. Yes, again, this is just to protect the throw-in right here, right? So say that I ignore. Say that I did something right here and he throws in. Yeah. Atari out. Atari. I'm dead. Right? It's dead. So I have to protect with the bamboo. Now he could just push through like this. I connect and then he pushes through and then I still have to be mindful of my liberties, but at least it's solid. He's coming out. I can't do this just yet. Again, this kind of adds into this cutting point over here later on, which I am not a big fan of. And you know, I have to be mindful of these 3 stones too. So turn here, trying to force something, right? If he decides to jump out, again, I'm just going to block. If he cuts, Atari, push right here, right? And I'm safe. This one, say that he does this and I do this and he saves, then I have means to kind of squeeze, right? Something, maybe. I don't know. Okay. Again, just keep. I have 2 stones here. Okay. Block. He connects. I connect. And again, I'm not too worried about this area, right? So I go up, he goes here, I cap. He's already 2 liberties down. even if we did this, right? Just connect later on. And, you know, start putting a lot of pressure on black inside. Probably wouldn't do that. Probably do poke right here and then just protect, right? Black has no eyes. He might be able to poke right here and try to do things, right? Atari. Then he has to fix. We're out. He nets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This would have been a good running. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I have 6. So, but we have 2 shared liberties. So even if, you know, say that I start taking, right? And say that he starts taking, right? As he's starting to take, his liberties, again, is going down, right? If you play here, I play here. You take, I'm in Atari, but I can always come out, right? But he's in Atari first, with those 2 shared liberties. So, okay, again, just making eye shape, trying to make sure that I don't die here. Poking out the eye. Again, I don't want him to get an eye because once he has an eye, my right group is in danger. Okay, come on out. And this move was, again, I think he should have kept the pressure on. Just keep the pressure on, right? If you keep the pressure on, I cannot move here because that's Atari. So you would connect and I would do this, or you would do this, right? Next move is an eye. So, and next move right here is an Atari. So most likely I have to connect here, right? Now you can come down in and start putting a lot of pressure on this group. Or you can make the eye first, and then if that happens, then I would try to make my eye. So either way, it's in a very precarious position. Again, I'm kind of forcing, now that I've put him in Atari, I don't care if my liberties goes down. Even if he throws in right here, I capture, and I'm connected everywhere. So this throw in doesn't work. Keep going, and now big move. What's the big move? Well, if I start, you know, doing endgame moves here, right? If I just did endgame moves, right? And I let him jump, then you see what happens. He's connected. I can't really do much here. And this gives him the ability to kind of live on the side. And that's something that's really big to lose. So going out. Now this, I could have done better. I don't know how to respond to these tactics. Now, if I went down here and just let him do the Panuki, right? Go down, and he does this, come out, right? Is this enough? He pokes, right? Is this enough? And he starts taking away my liberties here, right? Kind of. And then he starts doing this. Can I do anything in time? I don't know if I can. Say that I go in, he goes here, I go here. Okay. Now it's kind of like Ko for life, right? For my life, at least. He can just really put a lot of pressure on me. I take, and then now he has a lot of Ko threats that he could do. And yeah, he has a lot of Ko threats. So this is a Ko threat, right? I take, he takes back, right? I have to do something, right? And say, let's just say, for instance, I do this. Okay, he does this. I do this, right? And then he does something like this. And then I ignore. and then he just takes, and then I just start building, right? This is Atari on my end, so I have to fill, right? And then this is Atari, right? And then now it's really code for life. See? So yeah, it just gets a little iffy. So I'm doing this, the Panuki again. I saw the Panuki. He could have lived. He could have lived. And I think that was his mistake. He could have lived in the corner and just let me run out, right? So I misread this. This was my fault. Right? And I'm putting a lot of strain on his structure right here. I'm taking. And then he's doing co-threats, obviously. So now right here, if he lives in this area, it's a trade. You either live with the Panuki on the outside and I start doing co-fights on the inside, or you just seal it, right? You just seal it and let me have the Panuki. Didn't want that, so I decided to take, and then we got into a huge co-battle. Again, this was a co-threat from earlier. He gave it to me. He started sealing here. Now I have to ask myself a question. If I take right here, what does this mean? Is he dead? No. He's not. And then he lives with that, and I live with this. Actually, I technically don't live with this, right? I get 2 points, and he gets everything. So I have to connect, and I'm surprised he did not take back the co. That I am surprised about. So should have taken back the co, because then that would have killed the whole group. But again, I have a lot of co-threats. Get back. And he doesn't really have much co-threat on me, to be honest, because my group is like literally connected everywhere. Maybe this one. Right? But in all honesty, yeah, I guess. Right? I guess I would take it. And then he takes it back. And then what would I do? I don't know if I have any other co-threats, to be honest. Maybe I do this and then just try to get out. No, that doesn't work. Yeah, I don't have any other co-threats. Maybe this one. Yeah, maybe that one. But I think the trade here for here is a little too strong. Let's just say we did this and I got this, right? And now he's, you know, what is the estimated score? Say that this happened. What does the estimator say? I'm still winning by 47 points. So, but that whole corner would have died. Yeah. So anyways, we continue on, and that is game. So hope you guys enjoyed that. I want to keep playing back to back, but getting into too much momentum is getting me. And I like reviewing. It shows me where my weaknesses are. So I hope you guys enjoyed the analysis of that. And if you guys have any comments or questions about playing against a DDK, say that you are a DDK player, just, you know, ask away. And I'm hoping these videos kind of showcase that training with AI really does help. It really does. And so there we go. Take care, everybody.